Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I'm Christina. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to yet again another Pruvit video. I did record a good amount of content, and while I did that I recognized, what are the Pruvit hunts doing? I haven't checked in with them for a while. I recently did a video where Brittany Anderson spoke about mindset and why it's a plant. It was really interesting. And now we're going to check in with Courtney again to see what she is up to. This seems to be an older live, and I went through a lot of my folders and I recognized I still have a lot of content I haven't reacted to. Lots of opportunity calls and team calls and lives and Q&As. And you also so kindly sent me stuff that I do have a lot of content to react to. And today we're going to take another look at Pruvit, what Courtney is up to.
Hello, 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 beautiful people. It is Courtney Shepherd, or, hashtag Courtney Shortney. Where's my camera on this? Ugh, I messed it up. Okay, anyway.
And also Madeline Ryan Shepherd. I'm not going to do anything.
I have a feeling it's going to be a messy one. I will blur out her children, but she is many times all over the place in her calls, so let's see how this is going. No way, this is a 40-minute video? Oh, let's watch.
Live in North Texas. I'm excited to be here with you guys. It is the night before Christmas Eve, and we're going to talk about why haters are very important and why you should love them and empathize with them and pray for them, do whatever you do, because it's just we're gonna get into it. There's 3 types of people, and I am so excited to bring you tips from Jessie Lee that I actually remember her saying multiple times over. So I'm gonna give you guys some value with that. What's up? Delicious. Autumn, what's going on? Hey, Lori. Oh, sunshine. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, this is the best compliment I ever had was that I walked around Epic on the gala when I wore the yellow dress, and Madeline wants to do my makeup, by the way. That's why she's here. She wanted to do it on live. I said, listen, I wanted to give them these tips. But the biggest compliment, yes, everybody thought I looked like a princess, which was really cool. But my favorite compliment that I started to get...
about me. No one thought I was a princess.
Yes, they did. They loved your dress and your outfit.
No, they didn't. It was only yellow, but then it wasn't long like Belle's dress. And I used to have one.
Okay, do you want to change that for next time? Because you got to pick out your dress. You had a ton of other dresses that you could have worn.
Yeah, but none of them are pretty.
They said to me, you have beautiful dresses. I really thought you were going to wear the flower one, because it was in bloom theme. They said I look like sunshine. Okay, that was my whole point. I was just trying to get that out, because you said that, and it was really...
Relax.
What are you doing? What did you just do?
Me?
I think he was laying there and he jumped up. Dude, coming home to the dogs is like literally the best thing. If you guys have a dog, you can drop yes in the comments. It's the best thing. So, there are 3 types of people in the world. When you start your own business, when you do something that others haven't done. Are you going to let me talk?
Yes, but can I tell them something for one thing? Can you believe tomorrow's Christmas? I can't wait to open my
Christmas
gifts.
Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, darling.
And today's Christmas.
The night before Christmas Eve.
No, the night before Christmas. That's what it's called.
That's tomorrow. Tomorrow is
if you
Christmas
say
Eve, the night before Christmas.
No, if you just say the night before Christmas Eve, it's just the Eve just...
We have 2 sleeps.
Yeah, but no, we don't.
Yeah, 2 sleeps.
Sunday.
We are here. We sleep, we wake up on Sunday. That's 1 sleep. We sleep here and wake up on Christmas. Monday. All right, back to what I was saying.
Monday. So you mean...
We are Saturday.
Yeah,
Then
and
what
boom,
comes after
boom.
Saturday? Yes.
Boom. So it has to be...
Can I finish what I was saying? We're not going to do makeup. It's going to be too late. I don't even want to do it right now. Okay. Okay, you write down what you need to say so you don't forget it. How's that? Let me get through this. All right, 3 types of people. So there are naysayers, there are lovers, and there are haters. There are 3 types of people. So the naysayers are anytime you start something new. That's what I was trying to say. This girl over here, she's just like me. I can't even with you. I love you so much. So whenever you start something new, it doesn't have to be a new business. It's just doing things that others are not doing around you. You're thinking outside the box. You're kind of being the black sheep, or maybe you're just the different color of every other sheep that's there. You're just standing out. You're doing things different, just like your 10-year-old. Yes, Autumn. Like they act like us. That's the problem. So Christmas Eve. Yeah, it is the night before Christmas Eve. You got to listen to the whole thing. It shows you how many people finish listening. Well, you know, they say there's two kinds of people, but, you know, that's not what we're talking about right now. You're getting off track here. All right, so,
Who is getting off track here? And it also seems to be a very simplified version of the world. There are two types of people. There are three types of people. There are multiple types of people, not just three types. But let's hopefully get into the pitch, why haters are necessary and what the naysayers have to do with network marketing.
I was scrolling back up because I thought I missed the paintings. Yes. Oh my gosh. Claire did an amazing job. I know. You just started wrapping a 9 p.m. Girl, I haven't even wrapped yet.
How do you think?
Is that a joke? Valora, you got to tell me that joke. Get your hand off my butt.
I'm a weird girl.
Tell your story. Oh, there's a lot in here. We can have a dress up, a group dress up, and a formal dresses, and go shopping for groceries. You know, give the haters some good content. They would hate that so much. You know, the haters take my videos with you in them, and I don't like it. You know that they do that, Madeline. Remember? Oh, you're beautiful, baby girl. See, they were complimenting you when I was looking at you. I didn't see all this.
The haters are taking the videos when you're in them and then I don't like it. Why are you posting lives with your children consistently on your lives? I do believe that she's referring to the Clown Town because this is an older video from last time before Christmas, I believe. And the Clown Town did videos on Courtney as well and critiqued her for using her children on social media for her business. A very legitimate, I would say, criticism. And those people who criticize you when you actively choose to include your children into those pitches and why it is important for you to be a Pruvit boss babe, because that way you can stay at home with your children and really pay attention to them. As we can see, she's not able to do because she's all over the place. She cannot focus on her children, do the live, pitch the business opportunity, do makeup, do 30 things at the same time, which is completely perfectly fine because you can focus on something. You don't need to do a gazillion things at the same time. But from what I gather from this, the legitimate criticism the Clown Town had, I will link their channel down below. If you're interested, go ahead and check them out. They have some really, really great content and are also really, really nice people. So go ahead and check them out, their videos, and also their Courtney Shortney videos out. That is why I gather legitimate criticism, how you use and abuse the people in your surrounding to pitch your nasty business opportunity is not of advantage to others. That is criticism. That is not hate. Including your children in those types of videos is also a choice that she has made. And she cannot expect other people to not critique her for that if that is one of her main pitches. That is why I gather hate and haters, in this case for her, includes people who critique her. Criticism is not hate.
Not really complimenting me at the thing, the bloom thingy.
Leonie, you are so sweet. Oh my gosh, Autumn's inviting people. Y'all are sharing this out. Feel free to share this out. We're going to hang out. Okay.
I got so many dresses.
Bag. Give me 50 feet. Give me 50 feet.
Wait, Mommy, if I want to play dress up, I need some stuff to play dress up.
Oh, Brittany.
Hey,
Hi,
is this
I
one
want to
lighter?
love you.
But how is this one lighter than that one?
Because the screen light is not on these. Okay, I missed a bunch of your comments. Sorry, I'm scrolling back down. All right, Rebecca says, hello, beautiful Madeline. All right, I have to focus. So the naysayers, when you get started, are actually going to be like your family. They're going to be the ones that are going to be like, I can't believe you're doing that thing. They actually love you, but they really just loved you where you were before, at the level you were at before. They don't want you to grow, because when you grow, what happens is that they have to grow. And you know, whenever they have to grow, they have to get uncomfortable, and they don't want to get uncomfortable. They just want to stay because you're on me, so I'm going to use you.
Why are you using my hands?
Because it was funny. You could put them underneath me, and you could, here, wait, no, get behind me. Get behind me. And then as I'm talking, your arms are my arms. So I won't move anything. I'll keep my arms hidden. You put yours underneath. Go through, all the way through. You got to get down lower. Get on your knee. Don't just touch my boobs. Okay. All right, you ready? Okay. So as I'm talking, you just talk with your hands. These are my hands now. I'm hiding my hands. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me show you. Let me show you. All right, let me get behind you. So if you were talking, yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
Then I would be doing this.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
That's what I was doing. Okay. All right. You don't have to. Just thought it was funny. Oh, move that. Now I'm getting sweaty in the suit over here. Okay. All right. So, hi, MC Phone. Hello. Yeah, you can do it if you want. Hi, Natalie. How are you? So, naysayers are.
You said I was gonna do the handy thing.
Yes, I was touching my eyes. They just liked you as you were. They don't understand why you want to change. And the thing is that they're like your family. Some of them might be your friends that just don't understand. And you know what? They just don't see the value in what you're doing yet. They're naysayers. They're going to combat it. They're going to want you to, they don't want you to fail. They don't want to see you fail. And they don't want to, you know what? They have these fears and they project their fears onto you. It's really all about projection. That's all that it is. That's all naysayers like to do. They just want to project. Okay, and actually we all project because the next one is lovers.
This is a very simplified bullshit version of network marketers who are not able to deal with criticism. The naysayers are the family members and potentially the friends of yours who like you, who love you, but they don't want to see you grow. And that's why, because they project and they don't understand what you're doing, they will just say nay to everything. No. The people who see you, who like you, who love you, who see that you're going down a path that is becoming a professional scammer and a professional bullshitter, that you try to pull money out of other people's pockets to enrich yourself. Those are the people that would say, hey, do you really think this is for you? Network marketing is an industry where most people will lose money. You're not a great salesperson. You are somebody who has values and morals, and you're going down a very unethical route. Most people in this industry will also not be able to make money, but if you're able to make money, you will have to screw over a lot of people, and you will have to live with the knowledge that you live and benefit off of people who will ultimately lose money. Most people in your company and in your downline, if you're ever able to build a team, will lose money. Those are not people who are naysayers, and those are not people who don't want to see you grow because they like the old version of yours. Those are people who understand you, who love you, and who want to protect you. It is not necessarily because they don't understand you or because they're jealous. That is a very simplified view of that. And network marketers, I believe, have to tell themselves that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to do this job.
Lovers are going to project their love onto you. You're going to do what?
I'm gonna get some body and also get the makeup thing while you do it.
I have all the makeup. The water, I already have a water too. If you're going to bring me up a water, that would be great.
But I'm gonna take the lips.
Okay, leave it in there. Go grab the water. Please and thank you so much.
I'm gonna share with you.
MC says, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. We're going to talk about the lovers. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Ooh, bop. All
We're
right.
not talking about the lovers yet.
I don't know why I have this much energy right now. I think it was her. She did this to me. Or it was probably watching Jessie Lee when she was back in 2017 and she was like, come on, like, you gotta bring the energy. You want me to tell you the one thing that you gotta do? People are attracted and drawn to energy, so you better bring the energy. That's what she said on there.
This is not attractive just because you bring energy. Aren't Pruvit ketones not just supposed to give you energy, but they're also supposed to help you focus? Apparently that's not working on everybody. Not on her.
Yes, NSYNC, drop it like it's hot. That's not NSYNC. That is actually with a J. What's his name? When it pimps in the fruit block, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. All right, so the lovers, when it comes to these three types of people, the lovers are gonna love you no matter what, okay? And all of them are necessary. There's just different categories. The lovers are just going to love on you. They're going to pick you up on a bad day. They're going to remind you that it doesn't matter what other people have to say about you because you're amazing. The lovers are so important. We love the lovers. Please don't take my coffee. Thank you.
I just want to use.
I got you your own coffee.
But
And
I all of it.
It is the driver and the energy. They're so drawn to you. They're so attracted to you. They see where you're going. They want to be where you are. They get it. And so these are some of your friends. They're the people that want to be surrounded by you. They're the people that are going to level up with you. And maybe not always necessary, but they love to see where you're going. And like your followers, your fans, all of them, right? They're going to fit into these categories. Now, these 3 categories are people that may or may not have met you. The naysayers are typically people that know you and have known you. Good grief, kid. You like this one? There is the cust. Yeah, I know. I asked him, he goes, Mom, you put me on a, I go, you want to put PJs on or you want to keep what you have on? He goes, Mom, I'd totally take the PJs if you put them on for me. And I said, okay. And Joshua was like, oh, she's going to do that? That's so sweet. And I said, yeah, because he called me a badass.
Mom's a badass.
Oh, stop cussing like that, okay? Thank you for calling me that.
She's definitely badass.
But
Hey, Mom.
you don't say that. All right, put that back over there, please. I had no idea he even made that video. He is the cusser. He told me, Mom, you say a cuss word, I'm going to say it just so you know. I was like,
give it right back.
All right, so we got through the lovers. They're very important to have. They're going to brighten your day up. They are the reminders that they're the most crucial part in order to get you through the 3rd type of person, which is haters.
The lovers are the people who support you, who love you and support you no matter what you do. And they also potentially don't critique you. At least you didn't say that criticism is also important. If these are the people you really base your business on, then you're lost. Then you're screwed. Because whatever you're going through, support from other people is important, but the ultimate strength, the ultimate drive, and the ultimate business idea that this is a great business for me. Network marketing is wonderful. It doesn't matter what other people say. It has to come from yourself. If you depend so much on other people, the naysayers and the lovers, and probably now also the haters, then you're fucked. Pardon my language, but that's exactly what it is. If you are not able to draw strength, knowledge, importance out of yourself, and you always depend on other people around you, you will never succeed. Other people's support and influence can be important, but ultimately, the best way to go through life is if you pull strength out of yourself, if you know your own worth. And if you know, yeah, there are people who will love me, there are people who will like me, there are people who won't support me, and there are people who will hate me. And all of that is good and great, and you can really swim through that pool of splitting up the world into those weird categories, but it doesn't affect you as much because you know who you are, and that is what I'm missing here completely. Also, it makes me nervous and it makes me anxious, all of this, all over the place. This is supposed to be a business pitch for her followers.
And these are all different types of people that when it comes to you stepping into something new, changing your life, transforming, starting a business, any kind of business at all. And the haters are so necessary and crucial to this. It's kind of like the balance, the circle of life, as we call it, okay? The haters will also project themselves onto you. We need the haters. And she talked about this for a very long time because she definitely had a fair share dose of them a very long time ago. And it's very confusing to us because the people will turn against us. And actually, they didn't really ever like us. They tend to just nitpick things apart and they don't understand. But you see, the thing is with haters is that they will talk about you and they can't keep your name out of their mouth. And what they will end up doing, they don't even realize, she actually said in the video, she says, they are so stupid. She was thinking of someone specifically. Okay. So I'm not going to say that they're stupid because I don't believe that. But what I do believe is that they actually don't understand the ripple effect of talking about me. Or you, especially Jessie Lee. Because what happens is that people are like, well, who's this Courtney Shepherd girl? Who's the CS? Who's Courtney Shortney? What are they even talking about? Then they come and look me up, and they make their own decision on me. And guess what? People like me. I'm a likable person. And I'm not saying the haters aren't too, but you see, when you build a brand, or you build a following, or you make videos about other people, specifically about hating them, and not liking them, and tearing them apart, and talking about about their children. So, they do that.
Haters are not people who critique you. People who hate on you, or who are haters, in my terminology, are people who give absolutely irrelevant feedback or just wanna push your buttons. They tell you how stupid you are, how ugly you are, how unworthy you are. They try to attack you on a personal level. Those are haters. People who critique you are not haters. And I do believe that she's referring to the clown town here, who, very valid, had criticism, said, hey, maybe don't endanger your children and film that activity, where she was at an airport and she was pushing down a suitcase towards her, I believe it was her daughter, who was on an escalator, and then that suitcase almost hit her daughter and she could have fallen off and she could have really hurt herself on that escalator. That is called accountability. If people tell you, maybe don't kill your children while you're at an airport, and don't film yourself doing that, try to get to help them, and don't continue to film when you have a child who might be in shock because you just pushed a freaking suitcase at them. Haters are people who are nasty individuals, and you might have those on social media because you are on social media. Yeah. In this case, we're talking about people who will critique you. People who critique you are people who have hopefully very valid reasons to tell others, specifically in this industry, don't join network marketing. And people who do content like the Clown Town, like myself and others, also work with facts. They work with data, with facts, with statistics, and react to what other people put out on their public social media. And I would argue that me putting out content talking about Courtney, for example, talking about Pruvit, talking about other MLMs, is not something that will drive a lot of traffic to these people's Instagrams or to these people's social media, and it will not push their business. MLMs are down, and there's a reason for that, and I do believe that anti-MLM content creators do play a huge part in that. I do see that there is an effect the other way around, though, whenever I upload videos, and it has happened lately a lot of times with German-speaking content, which I'm very grateful for, that people who see these videos, they don't like critique. They don't like that I include certain people in these videos. They will tell their friends, they will tell their colleagues, the people are coming over to the videos, they will watch them, they will comment how horribly uninformed I am and why I'm such a hater. And then this type of videos will be pushed out more on YouTube because YouTube recognizes, oh, people are interested. YouTube doesn't care that the people who comment and who help to push these videos out to more people, that they're critical of the videos. They give a thumbs down or they comment and they're not happy that I do these types of videos. It happened with Sensi first. Fitline in my German-speaking playlist is a great example where they exposed the criticism to more people without really wanting to do that. And lately it also happens with iGenius in Germany, which is really, really good and really important. And the people who come to this platform, who watch these videos, who share these videos, I see all of these things in the back end of my YouTube Creator Studio as well. They make that type of content more popular on YouTube. And while they might not believe that, maybe somebody in their downline, maybe somebody in iGenius, maybe somebody in Sensi, maybe somebody in Fitline says, you know what, she might be a hater, but she does have some criticism. It might be worth looking into, or to push this out to people who are not yet in multi-level marketing companies. They look at this and they think, wow, if there are these nasty comments from people who allegedly like these companies and these products so much, then I don't want to be connected to that because there's obviously something wrong with them. Then they are pushing out the content to people they don't even want to see the videos. I would think that anti-MLM content does have that effect, but not necessarily by driving traffic to network marketers. And that is very important and very valid, because if you don't work with nuance, because if you're a likable person, but you're also not able to pitch the business opportunity well, and you work in a predatory system that is proven to be a predatory system. If you take a look at Pruvit's income disclosure statement, you will see that most people lose money there, and this is not a great opportunity. If you drive people who are critical of network marketing to somebody who's on a social media platform, these people will not necessarily sign up with you. It might boost the algorithm for a short period of time, but those are critical people who typically don't sign up in network marketing. But I think it is important, speaking of projection, for people who are like her in Pruvit and in network marketing, to believe that this is actually helpful and that this is actually a business driver for them, while they need to project that the people who critique me They're just lost souls. They are not based in faith. They're not based in the industry. And in fact, they're just horribly miserable and sad people. And that is why they don't understand what I do. And that's why it's important to love them. I would say that that is projection, because if you work in this industry and if you actually had to recognize how damaging the business is and how damaging it is that you pitch this to a lot of other people, if you were somewhat of a decent human being and you recognize that, you would have to leave the industry.
That's so rude!
It's so rude. But you know what? We're going to love them anyway, right?
Are they seeing this video right now?
They are probably on here right now.
You're not loving on them, by the way. Just with the example of the clown town, there were people in that live who were really, really not loving on the clown town. Also her husband. So if that's what she's calling loving the haters, then this is all very performative, because she's not loving the people that she says are haters.
Because they don't ever know what I'm going to save, so they'll just jump on and they'll record the videos and take it.
Shirt.
I love you.
I love this shirt. Another well, and I kind of lost.
You
my
smell
pizza.
so good. I love your
And
hair.
Also, Mommy, I kind of lost my pizza LOL doll.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I'm almost done with this point. The haters are so necessary, and this is the biggest adversity in the business that I've had to find or go through. Is having haters, having people talk about me, having people talk about how I parent, having people talk about how I talk online, having people just tear me apart, tear me down left, right, and the other, like whatever they want to say. Your worst insecurities about yourself, they're going to like literally magnify them. They're going to put up a mirror in front of you, basically. The hater is the mirror, and they want to reflect back onto you the worst parts that you see in yourself. They will also project onto you the worst parts that they see in themselves. And the faster that you go through these lessons, the easier it becomes for you to just ignore the noise, to turn it down, to literally like pretend that there's a hearing aid in, and you can channel exactly what frequency you want to hear, and it ain't it. Hate ain't it for me. It ain't it. I'm not channeled into hate. I'm not gonna follow hate, especially with Christmas coming up, y'all. Like Christmas, we're already in Hanukkah.
I'm trying my best.
I'm trying my best, okay?
I'm just checking if every makeup is right.
Okay, well you should stand over here so you have the lighting. Here, I'll turn this for you.
No, it's okay.
And when you send out whatever frequency that you send out, you're gonna get the most of that back, but there's a balance that has to occur. And when you can embrace what the haters are going to send to you, because it's going to happen. I tell people all the time, they're like, I don't even have haters yet. I'm like, you don't realize that you do, because they're just silent right now. You're not doing enough. You see, when you get loud and you stand out, you become outstanding. I am in the middle of a sentence. You become outstanding and you start to exuberate like energy and love and sunshine, like you guys said. Then that is when the attacks will come stronger. And so if you don't have loud haters yet, then you know what? Just get louder. Just bring more energy. Because for me, it's a sign, oh, I'm doing something right today. Oh, somebody wanted to... It's so interesting to me because there's this literal social media platform. And Joshua proceeded to tell me, did you know that there's like... He goes, there's really like, what are the haters? There's 3,500 of them. I was like, I never even knew that. What are you even talking about? He's like, the page, it has like 3,500 people on it. I'm like, I didn't need to know that. Not that I care, but like I didn't even know the number, but now I know the number. Thank you. And so they will actually say, she follows this so closely. No, I don't. I actually made sure that Joshua was like, I can't be on here. Like, he's my researcher and like would figure things out whenever we had a moment with a family member who's hating, not even a naysayer anymore. They were the naysayers, then became the full-on haters, full-fledged haters. Like almost 2 years ago, they've been going through this. What do you think that creates in their soul? What happens to their bodies when you're like only putting out that frequency that you're just talking terrible things about each other, that people that aren't even true, that aren't even factual? You're twisting everything. Like, what becomes of you when you become that person? I refuse to do that. And it's little things that I just don't allow my energy. Every now and then somebody will be like, oh my gosh, Courtney. Somebody the other day, a friend, actually I can say this part. Bree tells me the other day, she goes, Courtney, I don't know if you needed this reminder, but don't go to Reddit. Oh, I didn't even mean to say it. Damn it. Every time. Don't go to that social media site. Lord have mercy. And I said, okay, what happened? Like, she's like, nothing. I just didn't know if you needed the reminder. And then later on told me that a friend had looked, and I was like, oh no, you don't look. You just don't look. You just don't go there. You don't put yourself in it. And I don't even want people to send me the messages, Courtney. I just wanted you to know that they're talking about this on there. Guys, I do not care. I don't care. They said, oh, I'm so sure that Courtney doesn't even have the dogs. They were totally taken from her. She would be posting them every day on social media. They've been here the whole time. Little things like that. It doesn't matter because I know my truth. I know my character. It doesn't matter what my reputation is amongst the haters. And the 3,500 guys, there's way more than that. Some of those followers probably aren't even haters. They're just observing.
She obviously does care about the haters, though, if she says they're necessary, because they help drive traffic to her social media, and that is why her word is in more people's mouths. That's why the algorithm pushes her stuff, and that's why she's more successful. And why, if that was the case, would you send your husband onto other people's lives to yell at them and threaten them with lawsuits, which, to my knowledge, never happened, when you don't care about them? Of course you do. Whatever happens on social media in some way, shape, or form has an effect on people. As somebody who's doing this because I do enjoy creating content, talking about scams, network marketing companies, I choose my time very, very wisely when I go on social media and when I take a look at comments. Number one, because I do have a full-time job and a life and a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes for me at the moment, and I want to choose the time wisely because I want to be able to focus on the comments and I want to enjoy them, but I'm also aware that there are people who are just nasty, and I will not give people who hate on me as what I would actually consider hate, and with that I don't mean criticism, I'm not giving them the time of the day for that to actually affect me. So I'm not taking a look at the comments when I'm busy, when I'm stressed, when I'm in between things, because I really want to focus on these things. She's on a live. This is a 40-minute live that she did 2 days before Christmas, where she's talking about haters and how beneficial and how necessary they are. Of course, it has an effect on you, Courtney. It does.
But don't you guys just not do it. You look fabulous. And so these understanding these three levels of people. Hyena. Just don't dig into it, okay? Just be gentle with the makeup because it's expensive. I don't care if you use it.
I messed up on my lips.
Okay, you don't need to do that. That's what I don't want you to do.
What?
Because I just told you it's expensive, and when you dig into it, it ruins it. So let's not ruin it.
That is the magic of Pruvit ketones, everybody. If you want a lot of energy, a lot of focus, if you want all the health benefits, Pruvit ketones.
Just gentle. It's very pigmented. These here, this brand is very, very pigmented. You only need a little bit, and you know, it's only like $60 for 12 squares, so.
Yeah, but you're a boss, babe. You can afford it, right? Because you're so super successful.
You know, just a little expensive. I don't ever pay full price, but that's just the value of them.
Maybe don't have your children then do stuff on your own while you try to be on a live where you want to pitch the business opportunity and the product to people, when you could also just spend time with your children or be on a live, and that way they wouldn't ruin your makeup palettes. Just a thought.
Be a good hyena.
I used to never even use makeup because I was like, I'm not spending money on that. All right. Now I've had makeup for longer than I should because I just don't listen to the rules of that. So the faster that you understand these...
That's the magic of Pruvit ketones yet again. That didn't make any sense. You will have makeup for ages because you don't listen to the rules, but your children are currently destroying your pricey makeup palettes. That means that you will have less makeup after this live.
Different types of people and the lessons that you are supposed to get from them. I love that you said that. It builds self-confidence. It reminds you that I don't need to focus on what others think of me. I just need to focus on showing up exactly as I am. I don't need to waver. I just need to be true to myself. I don't need to worry about a line or a box. Like, I am me. I am so authentic. And I grow and I elevate and I evolve into new versions of me, but I don't ever change for anyone else. The biggest lesson that I learned is like, I don't read it. I don't consume it. I don't watch the videos that are made about me. I don't even know the amount. I don't know how often they're made. I don't know all of the different people that don't like me. I don't know. I don't care. I don't consume. I don't observe. I don't need to know it.
But you do consume and you do learn, because the Clown Town video apparently did have an effect on her to think, you know what, I'm not giving you access to my children as much as I did before, which is a good influence, but it means that you're listening to that. And if people make videos about you, I think it's quite healthy to not listen to this, because if you're in network marketing and you don't want to hear criticism, you also don't want to see videos like this. I think it is healthy to also just cut certain things out. But if somebody has legitimate criticism about how you run your business and how you include your children to hundreds or thousands of followers online, you open yourself up to criticism, and to then take criticism and say, you know what? I'm going to limit access to my children on these lives, I think is a good thing. That means she's listening to critics.
I'm aware that they're there. I have a massive awareness over some things that are said, not everything, not even close to it. But by having an awareness around it, I allow myself to not be shook when something happens. Now, trust me, they will still rattle you. They will still shake you. You will wake up one day and you will have a message come through with a link to something that's telling you what they're saying about you. And it's like, it'll rock your world. And you'll question things. It'll make you change decisions. Like, I don't put my kids on social media as much. But do I get in fights with them because they want to be in my office while I go live? No, I don't. Like Andrea's saying, people are making videos of you. Wow, you fancy. I don't even look at it like that. But that's the thing. It's like they've made videos about me for years because of my association with an obsession that they have. They have an obsession with Jessie Lee and who she is and this energy she creates. And they just want to, there's this Christmas video where this woman is trying to, can you please just wait a second, because I want to make sure I'm paying attention to what you guys are doing with it.
Actually, spider instead.
A spider instead?
A lot of people critiqued her and also Jessie Lee Ward because of the predatory industry they're in. And Jessie Lee Ward didn't care about the people who lost money because of her. She was established and she was created and she was put on this pedestal as this super empathetic person, which a lot of people said, you know what, she's not. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about you unless you are of value to her, unless she can profit off of you. And just because Courtney has a different type of energy and she comes across as more likable as Jessie Lee Ward, doesn't mean that people now attack her or hate on her because of an obsession with Jessie Lee Ward. You are pitching a business opportunity and you're selling products that are critique worthy, and you're not willing to own up to that. That is why, because you have a public social media profile and because you present yourself as a public figure, people are allowed to make videos about you and are able to critique you. And it is her choice to not watch these, which I think is very healthy in general, but especially if you don't even want to hear the slightest criticism about the industry you're in. Because then the result, yet again, would be that she would have to leave the network marketing industry. And if critique would shake her to the core, then what else would she be able to do? She would have to get an actual job. And lots of people who are in network marketing for years, for decades, they don't have that ability. They're at this point unemployable, and then they would have to start their actual own business, and they would have to recognize that what they did before is not running their own business. And I do think it would wreck their world. I'm sure it would.
You look adorable. I don't know if you're going for that, but right now it's very cute. Okay, it's very, very cute. Is that what was I had something I was about to say.
And this cannot do my
Haters,
whole body black,
obsession,
okay?
Jessie Lee Ward, you're a nicer
And
person.
my whole body black.
What color is that you're wearing? It's brown. And we're not putting it all over because I use that. It's my makeup.
Projection,
It's not play makeup. It's
not including your kids on social
doing it
media
again.
as often as you did before.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You only get to use that. Don't use this. There's plenty.
We might get there eventually.
There's plenty there. I don't know. I was talking about their obsession, but I don't remember what else I was going to say. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that. There is a Christmas video movie on Netflix, and it is about a woman who's trying to prove that her friend's life isn't as perfect as it seems. I never even made it to the end of the movie, to be totally... Oh, you need a mirror. I did not make it to the end of this movie. You need to not dig it in. You need to be gentle with it, with the brush. But you're not. You're digging in.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I
love the glittery color. These are going to be perfect.
I didn't even make it to the end of the video, but the whole time she's just snooping and trying to find things. And she's kind of being a naysayer. Like, she kind of likes her, but at the same time, it's questionable. Like, is she a hater? Does she even actually like this person? And then all of a sudden she has I'm assuming I didn't get to see it because I got to the peak moment where she sneaks around and they come in with a baseball bat and they're going to beat her up because they think she's stealing from them. And she ruins the surprise and she does all of these things, whatever. And I'm watching this unfold and seeing the foreshadowing happening. I'm like, so she works so hard to try to prove that this person's life isn't perfect, and she's creating misery for herself. Her kids aren't having as much fun with her because she's constantly looking for things to be wrong with the other friend. They're staying in the same house together because they get snowed in, etc. Her husband used to date the woman. It's I don't even know the whole thing. And what you focus on is what you get. If people want to see hate and focus on hate, that's exactly what they get.
Maybe she should have watched the entire video, because it turns out that the person snooping around in other people's lives, she wasn't happy for a lot of reasons. But also the people who were having this very positive, very good facade, they had a lot of trauma to go through. And this is a very weird movie. I, from a creative standpoint and from somebody who works in this industry, didn't like it that much because it's a weird mixture of comedy and drama where I think they should just focus on one or the other. But the ultimate end was that they learned from each other. The woman snooping around and the other person appearing to be holier than thou. They learned from each other. So that other person that was snooped on also made changes in her life because of the feedback she got from the woman snooping around, hating on her.
But when they choose love, they focus on love. They focus on embracing our differences. They focus on us being individuals and being unique and standing out, all of us.
But that is not what happened in this movie, because the people focusing on love in that movie were miserable because they were glazing over the issues they had in their lives. They were struggling with the death of a person in their family, which completely disrupted their entire system and their entire lives, understandably. And by having an open conversation and not just putting this positive layer over everything, they also learned how to better their life quality. That was the takeaway from that movie. And it would have probably been really, really interesting for her to watch it until the end. Because the people that allegedly just had love for others, they were very, very miserable. And them allowing reality into their lives, criticism into their lives, while also teaching their haters, was really beneficial for all sides, but also for those that were just leading with love.
We all have unique characteristics. We're all magical people. It's just a matter of, are you willing to step into it? Are you willing to bring at least 10% more energy than you already currently have? Are you willing to... What? Why are you here? Why are you on my live video if you don't like the way my voice is? You're not even listening to what I'm saying. I'm like, I want to just remove you. I want to just extract you from the live video unless I'm misunderstanding your question, because my voice does go low and high. Is it your volume? Are you pressing a button?
So the haters are affecting you. And I would say if somebody says, hey, you suck, your voice is horrible, then that is legitimate feedback from her. And also to be annoyed and say, then why are you on this live? What she says holds little to no worth and value, in my opinion. It has to be this brainwashy MLM speak. But this is a good example of it's affecting me. Of course it's affecting her. She's annoyed, rightfully so. If somebody says your voice sucks, then why are you on this live is a good point. And it affects her because it has an effect on other people. Also on you, Courtney.
I don't know. Are you turning it up and down? We get what we focus on. and if we jump on people's videos and, okay, well, I appreciate that if that's all you're doing, but it doesn't make sense in the way that you're typing it. See, I don't really understand. I'm sorry, Nora, I just don't understand. So, like, am I mad? Is that what you're asking? Am I mad? I don't know. I'm just like super energized and worked up. It's probably that. But if we look for people, for things to be wrong with people, that's exactly what we start to see. We will pick it apart and we will ruin every relationship we have if we decide to do that. But when we're optimistic and we look for the best in things and we look for adversity comes our way. A hater slides in our DMs or they're right in front of our face. Most of the time that never actually happens. You don't ever, in these days anymore, maybe when I was in high school, maybe even elementary, I don't know, back in those days, people would say to your face, oh, texting age, day and age, internet? No, they won't say it to your face. They don't even want to. When you read your husband's tone, same thing. Sometimes Joshua was like, why are you yelling at me? Did you think, Nora, maybe you thought I'm like angry with somebody. I'm not. I'm just extremely passionate about this, the tips I'm bringing you.
This is a very, very good and also a very sad example of having to be positive and loving everything coming your way. She is angry. She is annoyed, and that is okay. But if you are in an industry where you have to brainwash yourself into thinking that everything is always great, you will never wake up. And that is the most difficult and the hardest people to ever get out of this industry. They themselves believe that everything is positive and every challenge coming their way is something that they can work through with positivity. That is the type of person that will very likely never leave network marketing and will be screwed for life because of this. There will be a lot of boiling emotions under the surface. It is okay to be angry. It's okay to be mad. It's also okay to not show that on a live or on social media. I think that's also quite healthy. But the love, also in the movie, which was a false representation of what the movie actually was about and what the overall conclusion and summary of the movie was, love only carries you so far. You don't need to bury your emotions under a thin, very fragile level of positivity. You don't. It's also okay to be angry. It's also okay to be sad. And it's also okay to accept that there is criticism in the world that might be valid. Not just because people are jealous of you or because they love an old version of you or because they're broken and because their mindset is bad. Maybe there's some legitimacy to that. We're just through 26 minutes and there are 15 minutes left. I'm not sure I will make it to this entire thing because it's exhausting and there is a lot of sidetracking happening there. Once again, Pruvit ketones are supposed to help you focus. I don't see that.
Andrea was very pleasant with you. She's like, what do you mean? I don't understand. And I'm over here all fired up like, what are you trying to say to me?
But it's not affecting us, right?
I appreciate
Love.
you coming back.
Love everybody.
Pitch. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just energized. This is just energy. The faster that we understand those three different types of people and we begin to allow ourselves to adapt when it comes to adversity and things that are kind of put there to knock us down. What's up, baby? That are put there to knock us down. Earlier today, I had to weigh him, and I kneeled down, and I'm the only one that can pick him up like Jesse Lee did. It was so sweet. He just like sat there, and he was ready, and then he put his paws up here. I don't know if I'd do it. Kumba, come here. Do you want? Come here. Come here. Okay, no, not now. Okay, we won't do it. Maybe later. Joshua did not get a pick. Look at everyone around you. Love that, Lisa. Look at everyone around you as if they have a sign on that says, I just want to be loved. And find ways to give that person love. Find ways to give that person love. You will be blown away because the haters won't be able to rock you because all you'll be attracting into your life is more love. And the naysayers won't knock you down because you'll see what a difference you're making in the world. That's amazing. I love it.
Me and Mountain are going to be Spider Brother and Spider Sister. No, I'm not. I'm going to be Pretty Girl.
You're going to really see the magic that you can create by what you focus on, and you won't be focused on the naysayers over here questioning and doubting everything that you're doing, living in a fear and projecting these fears of failure and this fear of success and this fear of all these things like, well, once you make money, aren't you going to you're going to change, you're going to be different. And then they're like, oh gosh, like what if you like, oh, you should really go do one of those things, you'd be great at this. And then all of a sudden you go for it and they're like, oh wait, no, I don't really think that you're going to like that. What if it doesn't work out for you? That will just create adversity for me. It will just allow me to figure out a new way to work something, to do something, to take action, to make a difference, to change my own life and change others' lives around me. And I don't do that without taking action. I don't do that without showing up every single day. I can't do it unless I do it. And so I just want to amplify that for you in the front of your mind, that if you just focus on where you're going, what you're looking for, and the people you want to do it with, the rest is just noise that you can turn down. And the more that it comes for you, the easier it is to handle. Truth be told, I'm telling you right now. And they will still rock me. I will still have something happen. And Joshua said to me, he goes, I don't even know, like celebrities that have been married for 30 and 40 and 53 years and all this. He's like, that's crazy. Like they're both celebrities. They go through what we go through, amplified by millions of people. Like millions of people will actually tear them apart and comment on their stuff. Millions. Wow. Stunning.
I put some glitter on it.
I love this side. This looks great. I like this side too. And they will,
Mom,
and they.
You to like
I'm wrapping it up.
With the last, and then we could do the rest.
Okay.
There are 12 minutes left. You're not wrapping it up.
The lipstick was only start for me.
Okay. You did eyeshadow for your lipstick. I don't even have that lipstick as a color.
Yeah, to make it shiny. We are doing
Almost done, baby. The more you talk to me, the longer it takes.
Two costumes. So it's
Okay.
supposed to be
Got it.
Halloween.
Check.
I'm gonna be one of
I thought we were gonna go
I'm
downstairs.
gonna be one of the mean
All right.
girls.
Okay. So
I'm gonna be a
I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm just gonna say to you guys that just remember that you create your own energy, and although things should happen that knock you, that rock you, that have you fall down, because if things can't always be great, you have to learn lessons, and you have to go through challenges. And if you're going to actually evolve, you have to have plateaus, and you have to have lessons, and all of those things.
Mom,
and so when you know that you create, that you actually are the one who, he threw me off, man, that you are the one that will be able to find the solutions, that life is always happening for you and not to you. Everything in your life will change.
This is, I think, a great example of how you need your mindset to be like, and how you can continue to work in a predatory industry like network marketing, and how you need to idolize people, business model, company, products, how you need to have a positive layer of love over everything, to the degree that you're not able to work with criticism. And I'm not talking about her not getting hate online. I'm sure that she gets that as well. Everybody who has a public social media profile unfortunately experiences that occasionally. People, actors who are celebrities, who get a lot of criticism and a lot of feedback they probably don't want to hear, that is also not fun, no. But if you're a bad actor and you're married to another bad actor, and people tell you you're bad actors, but you were able to, hit a blockbuster or to have a very fortunate career due to nepotism, which is the case in Hollywood in many, many ways, that is something you will have to listen to. People telling you how horrible you look, why you speak in such a weird way, they don't like the way your body looks. All of that is completely unnecessary and is hateful, and nobody should ever receive that type of criticism and that type of feedback. But yet again, two people who are public figures because they're successful actors is not the same as her getting criticism and feedback because she works in network marketing and she is shilling Pruvit ketones that are proven to do nothing for you. And when you consistently include your children into those lives, into those pitches, and into your social media profile, you will also have to expect that people say, you know, maybe stop it. I should know what your children look like. I should know how you use your children to better your own business model, because you want to be a stay-at-home mom and you want to be a boss babe, and that's how you can do as well if you have children. Then you need to expect criticism. And when you are on your social media and you're doing dangerous activities like driving with your children in the car while you're filming yourself at a busy road, or you're pushing a suitcase down an escalator towards your daughter who might get hit by that suitcase, who luckily was not harmed by that, you also need to check yourself that you get criticism for that. Then don't put these situations on social media. It is really that simple. So let's not go the route of love everybody, also the haters, because you don't need to love the haters. If people are stupid, they're stupid. People have valid criticism, it might be worth listening to it. It's also your prerogative to cut that out. But if you're in a predatory business model, then you will receive that type of criticism. It simply is what it is. And you need to learn to live with that. I'm going to stop this there because it's exhausting. This is an exhausting example of how horrifying and how horrifically terrible, positive your life on the surface needs to be while it's boiling underneath if you want to continue to stay in this industry. Wouldn't be for me. I'm very glad, I'm very happy that this is not something that's appealing to me, and hopefully it's not appealing to a lot of other people. In 2024, it's a lot less appealing to a lot of people than it was in 2023, than it was in 2022 and in 2021. So let's continue that route to spread information why network marketing is not a great opportunity and why you shouldn't join, because you will lose money and because it could do this to you. If you like these videos, please subscribe, comment, share, like. All of these things help this channel out a lot. And if you like these types of videos, then hopefully I will see you in my next one. Until then, cheers!